Okay. On behalf of all of us, sir, this is a certificate of appreciation awarded to you by this university. Let me read out on behalf of all of us. This certificate is awarded in recognition and appreciation of the human service and stewardship provided to the university as Honorable Vice Chancellor with effect from 17 July 2017 to 15 September 2022. Your wisdom and commitment to excellence have long inspired all of us and will be remembered for years to come. The university community wishes you good health, happiness, and continued success in your long Buddhist life.
Pardeshi Lal, retired from Nagaland University, Mumbai, on the 21st day of July 2020. This certificate is awarded in recognition and appreciation of an invaluable service rendered to the university on this day of retirement from the university service on consideration. Your wisdom and commitment to excellence have long inspired all of us and will be remembered for years to come. The university community wishes you good health, happiness, and continued success in your long entire life. Signed by Chancellor, Nagaland University, Headquarters, Mumbai.
Come.
Office of the Nagaland University Student Union, Lumami, Certificate of Appreciation. In esteem, honor, and appreciation, this certificate of acknowledgement is awarded to Professor Pardeshi Lal for serving the Nagaland University, Lumami as the Vice Chancellor from 2017 to 2022. The Nagaland University Lumami Student Union is grateful for his valuable and contribution service rendered. We wish him success in his endeavors.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, madam. Sir, may I, as much as time as you want for your farewell.
Respected Chairperson, Dr. Thenjin, Registrar of the University, Dr. Abhimo, my esteemed colleagues from the administration, across the faculty, Dean of Schools, Head of the departments, Controller of Examinations, non-teaching staff as a whole, Research Scholars Forum, respected people present in here from the Lumami village, my dear students, ladies and gentlemen, very good day for all of us. Let me start with Today is the Hindi day. So I start with greeting to you all for Hindi day. Well, I do not know where to start it and how to end up. During this process, eventually you get fed up with. Kindly bear with me toward the fag end of the day. Friends, I take the life on two accounts. The first one, that is personal. And the second one as a professional. Well, my esteemed colleagues, dear students, all have focused at the professional front. But trust me, what I personally believe, professional front carries no meaning, leaving aside the personal front. Please remember, anything we do, anything we achieve, if it detaches you from the people, from the society, it carries no meaning. Well, I do not know. 25 years of, more than 25 years, 4 months journey in the process of making Nagaland University, and most importantly, headquartered at Lumami. Prior to that, another 17 years in process to make institution in other parts of the northeastern India. At this stage, I'm really not in a position to determine whether I project with you my feelings for the past 42 years of my stay in the northeast. I concentrate on my inning played here in the Nagaland University. Well, I will just try to concentrate it. Friends, on 15th of May 1997, I joined this university as a professor of zoology at Kohima. Since I say the professor of zoology, two things are intimately linked to the zoologist. My zoologist friends will forgive me if they just disagree with my concept. Zoology is a discipline that deals with animals, at the same time understands animals well. Friends, I started my life here in Nagaland from Pokokchu by raising a contingent of more than 300 mice to support the practical of the students in the Department of Zoology. I never bothered whether I'm head or tail. I took it as the responsibility. And what it gave me return, nobody was ready to give me his house at Mokokchu under the assumption that this gentleman lives in animal house. Because obviously when animals are there, some smell will be there. And my whole family, I'm thankful to Mrs. Lal. Of course, sometimes not with a happy mood, but she did cooperate me in cleaning the cages, feeding the mice, because the sole idea we had, that a lot of students who are coming to the department, they should not leave without having their own hands training or the practical knowledge of the discipline they are pursuing. Well, continued coming across the people And what really has carved very deep impact on my mind, that the day I landed in Mokokchung, I do not know how to express it. Because when I joined Nagaland University, a week before my joining, one of my colleagues, late Professor Sarifuddin Ahmad, he had joined. He joined at Kohima, went back to Imphal, and that time I was in Manipur University, Associate Professor in Manipur University, Department of Life Sciences. With great enthusiasm, I just told Colonel, I just worried him. Hey, where is the Lumami? You have joined, you might be having an idea about it. He said, just within 5 kilometers from the Kohima. Well, I joined there, that will say, on 15th of May when I joined there, I started just looking forward, how far is this 5 kilometers? Then one of my mentors there at the Kohima from the Department of Geology, Professor Pandey, he told me that, brother, Lumami is not here. Lumami is just over, say you, to go to Lumami you have to perform overnight journey. Then I requested him how to go to Lumami. He said, there is a bus which leaves Kohima, and the name of the bus was Lim Travels. See, while joining, talking to the Honorable Vice Chancellor, a charismatic personality I have ever come across, late Professor Yangarao, I bow down my heads. The way, the softness which he had shown all throughout, I worked under him as a human being. Well, I could not have the meal. My mentor did not tell me the place, here is the place. He just simply said that here is the bus, you get in. I came to Saloni John where the bus stopped. I saw a hotel, Ao Hotel, run by ladies. I did not see any gentleman so far running that hotel. In the back of my mind, I was given the impression that, see, the area where you are going to live, it is occupied by our tribes. Then naturally it came to my mind, let me taste the food. I started eating, hungry, but it was so hot. Hiccups, terrible, I tell you, hiccups I started. Lady came running. Ki hui se? Puja nahi ho? I said, no problem. Anyway, I paid and she came back again, sat in the bus. Morning, I say, when it was dawn, I could see new camp. Then I thought it must be nearing. Still going on. 7:30, I got fed up with, I just dropped near Rotary Club building. And what I was told by my great friend, Professor Rafe, that Nagaland University headquarters, the more transit office is in the DC campus. So I call a colleague, Mutia, said, DC साहब के घर चलो. And this fellow, he took me through straight ladders, totally unaccustomed, empty stomach. My legs started shaking. He took me straight to the DC. I'm telling you, this is what happened on 16th of May, 1997. DC came out. And when he came out, the first question he asked me, so you have joined in Nagaland University? Yes. Do you have any job elsewhere or not? I think this was something that I instantly I could not understand. Coolly I answered, sir, I am on leave. Then he said, okay, then fine. Then he just offered me a cup of tea. And trust me, instantly came out from my mind, which is mouth. Thank you, sir. I was dying for this cup of tea. You know why? Because there was no place in Mokokchung those days where you could get a cup of tea from. You cannot. There was no way to buy a cup of tea from the whole Mokokchung. After that, great issue. He called one of his inspectors. He said, Nagaland University transit office is there. You take him there. I went there. Professor Sharif was there in charge. Welcomed. And after some time, around 10, he took me to the office. Rather, you can say I was the first professor from outside to have joined this university. And when he took me to the office, I cannot forget the smiling faces of my dear friend, Mr. Arang Ao. Unfortunately, he is no more with us. Akala, Akhiya, Sanjeev Seth Biswas. These four. And after meeting them, I thought, fine, good people are here around. But still the burning sensation was going on in my stomach. Then I asked Professor Sharif, where to get the food from? He said, you can't get it before 11. Why? No, the one cook is here, he will say, he will cook and then, I got the food by, she would call 11:30. And that day how much I ate, I don't remember. That is how we started. Then where to live in? Coming back to teacher's home. My colleague, Professor Kilangla, is smiling because she also had a glimpse of that. Of course, she has her own house. Teacher's home. Then a room downstairs full of spider webs. The first thing this poor professor had to do, clean the spider webs. Then a cot. And the cot had horizontal bars, nothing else. Luckily, I had brought a Naga shawl. The shawl which one of my friend, Mr. Javier Ao from Nehu, some of you might be knowing, was serving there. He made me to buy it back in 1983 itself. That shawl was there with me. So half of the shawl I used to put on the cot and half I used to wrap. Luckily it was made. But those days Mokokchung and today's Mokokchung, there is a gulf of difference when you take the climate into account. And that's indeed the biggest challenge to all of us, to seize this gap widening that we will come to. Now what to do? 1 week went like that. Akhiya and Biswas, they came forward, they rescued me for food because there was no place in Mokokchung where you could get the food from. But yes, I do appreciate, I cannot forget the amount of help which they extended. I became actually active participant in their future, like a paying guest. Fine. We continued, but I was really very shaky whether I should stay or I should get back to Manipur University. I was in a real dilemma. I would have gone. But what prevented me from leaving? That I had promised them when my colleagues were telling, "Arey, you are going to Nagaland University, you will come back." I said, "I will not come back, I will prove you wrong." This particular promise, in fact, it was coming on my way. And it was Sunday when I was still thinking about it. an angel appeared. And I have no hesitation in taking the name of this angel. He was JE, on a new service from the Nagaland and PW. It was Mr. Tongpang Ao. Mr. Tongpang Ao, he just simply pushed the door, entered in the room. When he saw that the professor is lying on naked bed, instantly he came out. And after 5 minutes, he came to me with a mattress and with a pillow. Looking at both of them, it was very clear that this has been put in wide use. He had put it on the cart. He said that, I say, sir, you will excuse me, I cannot bear that one of our professor who has great responsibility of starting Nagaland University keeps lying that way. It is unbearable. The only thing I asked him, looking at his face, because I did not have anything to say, I asked him, are you sure? This is not the one which you are using. No, sir, I am local. I have got plenty of resources, don't worry. Next Sunday, I paid a visit to his room. To my little surprise, he was lying on a naked bed the way I used to just for life. Friends, that day I decided, even at the cost of my life, I'm not going to leave this place of the people. You can say I'm just or simply, in some way I'm really stupid. Not in a rigid way. My entire idea that had changed, and I dedicated myself to the development of this institution. My friends who have joined within past 5-10 years, they will definitely have plenty to say about that. It is a central university. It has not come up to the expectation. I am the first person who will accept this feeling. But friends, let me make a mention about that how myself, some of us who are just called sitting here, they were assistant professor at that point of time, how we have really traveled all along, working with one shoe weighing around 5 kg, getting mudded almost every day. First thing we used to do after going to Makokchu, we used to clean the shoes. We have succeeded creating the academic history at Lumami on 17th of September 1997. I made a mention. On 6th of September 1997, 7 departments were inaugurated in the presence of Baba Jose Kinimi by late Sri Jose Semaji. On 17th of September, we succeeded in creating academic history. Classes started. And to be honest to myself, those golden years, 97 to 99, the amount of dedication which we had, how many kilometers, very often we used to walk and getting ready for the next day. Because situation was so, we were not in a position to get good buses. Well, we succeeded in just starting, and those were the golden moments. Let me tell you, there are some. If I take my department, zoology itself, the only student who could qualify in NET was from that batch. When Lal was there, or Professor Sharif, we three were there, we could make a history. Well, that dedication, that continued. Time and again, the system gave me a call. And I'm just sharing with you, I'm a man who does not know to say no, especially when it concerns to the institution where I was serving for the best. I did not have the habit of saying no. Academic in charge for years, okay. Head you forget about, dean you forget about, PI. Those teach PI and today's Vice Chancellor we cannot compare. Those days PI, 2006-07, PI was always put to the acid test. Daily. And sometimes this acid used to be very strong. But anyway, we took every rough with a smooth feeling. That is how we survived. That is how we could pull, say, the show on. My dear friend, Professor Deepak has said a contribution to NOTA. NOTA Lumami is founded by me. It is me who has founded NOTA Lumami. That is why, yes, I do admit, not say, I am the Vice Chancellor, but when it comes to the NOTA, I still hold the notion that I am the most active cadre of NOTA. But I am just talking of that NOTA who comes out of box to see to it that everything becomes tidy in the house they live in or that belongs to. As a Vice Chancellor, I am sharing you with very honestly. You say that, say Honorable Vice Chancellor, but trust me, I never say took it as I am the Vice Chancellor. I continued the whole journey with the same tempo which I used to have a colleague. And if any one of you has a feeling, even you have a feeling, that this gentleman, he just simply took me as a Vice Chancellor. And if that is there, please, trust me, any one of you, either dear student, or the colleague, or the esteemed faculty, because I am very clear, despite the fact students are the biggest, say, stakeholders, but no university can be built up without teachers coming forward to make a change. Well, while accomplishing the task, on one account or other, I had always been very, very good at dealings, just like, because see, I was very much clear that a teacher does not have caste, a teacher does not have creed, a teacher is not local, a teacher is not outsider. Whatever society he or she goes to becomes an integral part of that society. I had this endeavor and still am. Landowners, I still remember, I can't forget the smiling face of Brother Kheto. We used to meet very often. The moment department started, I gave a call to him. We need your help. What help? From somewhere you arranged 2 microscopes. You will not believe, from some school he brought 2 microscopes, which we returned later. That coordination, that connection, we continued maintaining. Challenges were there. We learned how to smoothen them. But it became really an eye-opening for me when I joined as a Vice Chancellor. Paid a visit to one of our campuses, Kohima campus. One of our colleagues from non-teaching staff, he said, "Oh, Professor Lal is a homemade Vice Chancellor." I repeat, it was Brother Tosi. I think he was Nungsa's Vice Chairman. Professor Lal is a homemade Vice Chancellor. Then the deputy star there, Mrs. Shamin Bihini, what she said? "Oh, we are extremely happy that Professor Lal understands the Naga society. Trust me." That was an eye-opening from the viewpoint of that this is what the society demands. That I have to understand the society and I have put my functioning in such a way that never ever they are filled with that say the Vice Chancellor is ignoring the society. First thing which I did not say anybody, but what I did, I vowed to myself that since I am teacher of the society, I say hand over myself and my fate to this society. I will conscious bother for working as the Vice Chancellor. Friends, I have travelled in almost all parts of the Nagaland. My drivers have been telling, "Sir, ek din apni to murai jabo, ama khan bhi murai jabo." I said, "No, don't worry. I don't believe in the policy of taking security in a society which loves me with the expectation that we will be instrumental in making a good safe-call university." Well, friends, I will not take much time. Let me just try to cut it short. While accommodating the requirements, I fought with many, but at the same time, I came across the colleagues, gentlemen sitting before me. Why I'm telling, I'm just taking the name of those colleagues whom I had worked with for a very long time. Controller of Examination, Dr. Vimo was there. Mr. Tanjan was there. Mr. Yandran had been just called one piece, I tell you, one of the most able officers which I have seen during my just called discharging this activity functions. It does not mean that others. Mr. Deepak has made a mention that whenever we entered, first thing Vice Chancellor did that say he offered us a cup of tea, cup of tea. That's good. Because the moment you offer a cup of tea, if the colleague has come with just called boiling mind, will cool down with half tea. Then we could just call simply take up. Because friends, let me tell you, the problems are there. Problems will be there. And if there are no problems, trust me, there will be no development. All we want, that we should learn how to smoothen everything that is rough. Well, students, I had very good time with the students. I loved them going out of the way to demand something. With a smiling face, I used to say, "Dear, only I am not responsible, you are also responsible for the fate of this university. This is like this, this is like this is what you should do, this is what you should not do." And trust me, at no point of time there had been any feud or differences. See, it is our family. In a family where 4 children are there, definitely all cannot come at one time in the way you demand. But it does not mean that if one of them just responds differently, then you disown it. No. In the family, you will temperament. If 5 fingers of a hand are not equal, 5 persons in the family will never be equal. That we have to understand. But the underlying inspiration that we must discharge to them, that they also develop at par with the longest finger. This is the job of the mentor in whatever capacity. I had wonderful colleagues who could decode me precisely. In difficulties, who have come forward. But friends, let me tell you, in any institution, in any system, can anybody think about that this dreaded pandemic, which is still existing in form of endemic? That is why some of you must be still just putting the mask on. Getting just coming across the TV news. Well, I have seen many institutions shattering. Some of them, even to the 5 in the 3rd year, they have not shaped well. They have not been streamlining their academic, activity. But I took the strength. My students had been just called little annoyed, but they are my children. I remember 1st, 2nd, 3rd December 2021, when some of them came forward in the street with the slogan, "We want online." Please say that was the time I was conducting faculty interview at Dimapur. The worst thing was that when lateral charge was done, I was there, I could see, and I stopped them. No, please deal with them with Controller of examination is sitting here. He had been really tremendous in those moments. Think about a Vice Chancellor, whom others can say that he non-Naga, non-local. But since I had accepted this society as my society, I did not bow down. At midnight when he said to me, some student may boycott the examination. I placed a request, no. It is in the interest of students. It is for them. It is for the system. Please make it sure that 20 to 30 students, if they appear, this is time in fact to settle as to how we have to go about it. And it was said at midnight. Neither he could sleep, nor the registrar could sleep. And for me to forget about it, don't care for. Whether I sleep or I don't sleep. For me, once it is on, it must come to logical conclusion. I'm happy. I'm happy to make a mention about that, say, my colleagues and colleagues. Principals, they just called very politely, they told me, "Sir, you step it, pro-system." We were the first university to have come offline and say the officers in the ministry, they were just asking me, "How could you do that?" I said, "I have not done it." The people, the society, the students, they have made it possible. So friends, now, these moments I take as a colleague, not as a Vice Chancellor. It is another thing that say, today I continue to be in the same position, but as a colleague, as a teacher, not diluting my concern for Nagaland University. Dear students, let me tell you, almost everybody has to have his or her own contribution in the process of making the system in a sustainable mode. But no one else is going to, if something goes wrong, there is no one else but only you are the loser. Because you have to stand in the international market. And how will you stand? By virtue of arming yourself with what is up to date. The entire horizon, academic horizon now, it has just occurred, it has a drastic change. I will give one example. When I was a join hands for future endeavors, because your intention should be not XYZ, your intention should be to say install a vibrant university, Nagaland University. Your role must warrant a situation that this deed is going to be sustained duly, amicably for our followers, those who are going to follow us. Well, now what to do? We have come towards Friday, and it is time for us. Bye-bye. If you are getting bored, please do not go. But how do we do bye-bye? That I would say. I do not know. During the past 1 week, I came across 2 songs. Someone playing that song, someone just calls, trying to just sing that song. You know what is that? The first song played by, that was Pardeshi, Pardeshi, Jana Nahi. Then the second song was, तुम तो ठहरे परदेशी साथ क्या निभाओगे. Amidst this, let me tell you, you cannot stop 4P. 4P you cannot stop. Pal means time.
Thank you, sir, for that heartwarming, endearing farewell speech. Sir, we thank you once again for dedicating 3 decades of your valuable time in bringing more power to the university and for the good of the university. Sir, we thank you very much. We wish you all the best in your future endeavor. And we also thank you for the invitation. I will be coming in during the winters. So with that, we conclude this program. A big God bless to Professor Lal and family, and thank you all for attending this program. May God bless us all. Long live Nagaland University.